Assalamu alaikum dear students. How's you all? Hope you all are well at home. Now in our last video we discussed about the surface giant lesson part 1. In part 1 we discussed about the giant's beautiful garden, and he came back and saw the children were playing into the garden. So he built a high wall around his garden and put a notice board outside of the garden that trespassers will be prosecuted here. We saw here. Then what happened one day? He realized that no season entered into his garden. Only winter season remained all over the year. And around the old country, autumn season entered, spring season entered, trees are blooming, plants are blossoming, etc. But in the giant's garden, there is no tree, no flower, etc. Children were also not going into his garden due to the high wall built around by the giants. Now, what happened one day? He was lying into the bed and awakened. And listened the music of a bird. But he thought that it was the music comes from the king's musicians. So he went to see that from where this voice came out, and saw that this voice came from a bird. That's the name of a bird in this lesson. The writer had described linnet bird. Linnet bird, which you can find in Europe. Most of in European countries, linnet bird can be seen by the people. And giant came out of the came near to the window and see that this bird is singing, and he saw a beautiful scenery there. Now, what he saw, we have to see in our part 2. Let's start. Okay. In part 2, what we have to see is, we have to see that to celebrate the return of the children, trees covered themselves with birds and blossom. What is there in the second part of the surface giant? Then when the giant near to the casement and see outside, he saw that children were playing into his garden. This is the first point. Second point you have to understand in this second part, that the giant was delighted to see his friend back, especially a little boy whom he loved dearly. That when the giant saw the birds, the children playing into his garden, he became soft-hearted. He became very delighted. He became very happy by seeing especially a little boy. When he saw a little boy who is in his garden, and by seeing that little boy, he became very happy. The little boy soon disappeared, only to return much later. But what happened? This little boy, by seeing whom the giant feel very happy, he soon disappeared and come after and return much later. Now let's start. He saw a most wonderful sight. When he came near to the casement and saw outside, what he saw? The giant saw a most delightful, most wonderful sight. Sight here, that means scene. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in, and they were sitting in the branches of the trees. Which delightful sight seen by the giant? He saw that which the wall he built around his garden. In that wall there is a little wall, and out of that little wall, children crept in. Children entered into giant's garden, and they were sitting in the branches of the trees. And when they came into the garden, they were sitting on the branches and playing here and there. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child, and the trees were so glad to have the children back again that they had covered themselves with blossoms and were waving their arms gently above the children's heads. When children entered into the giant's garden, the trees became very happy. That means you can feel that trees blossoms suddenly. There is all the time, all over the year, there is a winter season. But when the children enter into his garden, the trees suddenly try to blossom. The birds were flying about and twittering with delight. The birds are also flying around Before, the giant couldn't see any bird into the garden. But now, when the children appeared into garden, the birds were also flying and twittering. Twittering, that means you can say talking, making noise, which delight. Happily they were twittering. And flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. And in the first part we saw that one plant peeped out from the grass. But what happened when he didn't see any children in the garden? He came back into the ground for sleeping. But now, when the children appeared into the garden, they saw that the green grass also come out. The green grass also laughing. It was a lovely scene, and by seeing this, the giant said that it's a very beautiful scene. Only in one corner it was still winter, but all over the garden there are so many children playing, but only in a one corner there is still winter season. It was the farthest corner of the garden, and in it was standing a little boy. And in that corner, in that garden, it was the farthest, so far corner of the garden. And in that corner, there is a little boy standing there. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree. The boy was so small, the boy was so tiny that he could not climb to the branches of the tree. He could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all around it, crying bitterly. So he could not reach up to the tree, so he was very unhappy, we can say. And he was wandering all around it, and he was moving here and there around the tree and crying so loudly. The poor tree was still covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring about it. Now, only in that corner of the garden, giant saw that the trees there is already winter season there. Only in that corner, and the boy was crying very bitterly. So the trees which were lying there, there is still winter season, and they are covering with the snow. North wind also blowing there, making more noise, loud noise. So what happened? Climb up, little boy, said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could. But the boy was too tiny. The trees are also giving support to the boy. As it can move, as it can bend its branches, the trees can bend its branches, it can. But the little boy was so tiny that he could not climb up on it. So the tree said to the little boy, please climb up, little boy. But the boy was too tiny. And the giant's heart melted as he looked out. When the giant saw this scene only in the one corner, the farthest corner of the garden, his heart kept melting. That means he became soft-hearted. How selfish I have been, he said. And he said himself that I was so selfish. Now I know why the spring would not come here. Now he realized that why the spring season doesn't come into his garden. I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. So what he thought in his mind, that he will put little boy on the top of the tree. He will help him to climb up onto the tree, and then he will knock down the wall which he built, and his garden shall be the children's garden forever, ever and ever. He was really very sorry for what he had done, and he was really very sorry for what he had done. What he had done, he built a high wall and put a notice board. This work is done by him. This action is done by him. So he feels so guilty. Now, see what happened further. So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly. Till now, he was seeing this beautiful scene from the casement near the window. Now he decided to go downstairs, to go into the garden, and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. He went down, opened his front door very slowly and went out into the garden. But when the children saw him, they were so frightened that they all ran away and the garden became bitter again. But when the children noticed that the giant is coming near him, so they get frightened and they all ran away from the garden. So once again this garden became the winter season come again. Only the little boy did not run, for his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the giant coming. Only that little boy who is standing farthest corner of the garden, he didn't run. He stayed there because his eyes were full of tears. So he could not see the giant because there are tears in his eyes. And giant coming he couldn't see. And the giant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hands. The giant stole up that means come silently. So the giant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hand. So the giant came near to the tiny little boy and take him up and took him gently in his hands and put him up into the trees, and he helped the boy to climb the trees, and the tree broke at once into blossom, and only the area which remained in a winter season it once again blossomed, and the birds came and sang on it. Now birds also came onto the tree and sang, making noise, and the little boy stretched out his two arms and flung them around the giant's neck. And the little boy, when he was in the hands of giant, he pulled his arm like that, and around his neck he put then round the giant's neck, and kissed him and the other children. When they saw that the giant was not weak any longer, came running back, and with them came the scream. "It is your garden now, little children," said the giant. When the other children saw that the tiny boy was in the hands of giant, the other children also became happy, and they once again came into the garden. So then the giant said to them, "It is your garden now, little children. This garden will be yours, children." And he took a great axe and knocked down the wall. Then what he did, he took a great axe and knocked down and fought down the wall. And when the people were going to market at 12 o'clock, they found the giant playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. And when the people were going into the market, they saw out of the garden. When they saw them into the garden, the giant were playing with the children in most beautiful garden they had ever seen. So this garden became children's garden. Students, we will see the further part, second part of the lesson in our next video. Thank you.